first session will be on big data analytics and its research issues. Our resource person today, Dr. Dileepan Rajkumar, is a seasoned scholar and an eminent educator who's working as a senior assistant professor at Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education. He's obtained his doctorate in data mining, specializing in search engine optimization using web mining. His research interests include data mining, web mining, natural language processing, and social networking. He's published various research articles with many leading publishers. He's also chaired more than 6 conferences and workshops recently. Thank you so much, Dr. Dileepan sir, for joining us today. I now request our resource person, Dr. Dileepan, to take over the session.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dileepan Rajkumar from Kalasalingam Academy of Research and Education. The topic we are going to discuss today is big data analytics and its research issues. Normally, big data. In this, what we are going to discuss is what is big data, basics about big data, how big data come into, and basic introduction about big data, and then a few things everyone know. Those things I added in my presentation. After that, research issues, main objective of our work, and what are the things, issues, challenges, all those things I incorporated in this content. Also, another one thing is, as the session is all about Tabula, I plan to have a short short time for executing some table of programs, just simply adding how we are going to upload the data set and how we can visualize the data. All those things I planned in my presentation. Okay, this is the short about my presentation. Okay, so introduction. Who created the term big data is Roger Morgul. He coined the term big data for the first time in the year 2005. Only a year after that, created the term Web 2.0. At the time, 2005 and all, in India, we don't know, we are not aware of big data analytics and all. In 2009 and all, a few researchers did their work in big data analytics, that to sentiment analysis they did. The research work is on sentiment analysis, and in Facebook, or else in all those tweets, and how the sentiment of each and everyone is analyzed based on that only. Okay, so after in 2005 onwards, only the data information that we are uploading in web become more, and it is very large. It is not able to handle. So it refers to large set of data. Normally, big data means large amount of data. Everyone know about it. That is almost impossible to manage and process using traditional business intelligence tools. Previously, we know about data mining, right? So in the I come across the term data mining in my UG. In 2009, I did completed my UG in Kalasalingam, Arunmuzhi Kalasalingam College of Engineering. Yeah, at that time, I did my UG project in data mining only. In that, user profiling and personalization concept I did, and in my ME also I take that data mining concept into my ME project. With the help of that only, I am much interested in data mining, and my work was in data mining. At the time and all, I also don't know about big data concepts and all. In 2012 or 13 only, big data evolved around globe. In India also it is evolving. At the time I went for a conference, and a lot of seminars attended regarding big data. From that only I know about what is big data. In all those in all the presentation, what they will tell is big data means large amount of data. In book also the term what is big data is, it is large amount of data. So how we are going to process the data, in which way we are going to visualize it. For visualization purpose only, we are going for the software. A lot of software tools are there. Tableau is one type of software. In this, we are going to visualize it. Visualize the large amount of data, how we are going to visualize in a simpler manner. If it is in a easier way to, if it is visible, then we can understand easily if large amount of data is there. Okay, so the application of big data in India, Indian industry is not happening at all and inclusive scale, yet the growth is exponential. uh, the industry is expected to grow at CRG of 26% up to till 2025. Around 90,000 analysts professionals are currently employed by Indian companies, and there are still a fair bit of skill shortage, right? So, data analytics, this is the one important role. Now it is commonly used all over the world. In India also, data analytics is growing more. Okay, so how they are going to analytics analyze the data, how we are going to process it and visualize it, all those things, this is the work of the analyst. So for our students also, analytics works in data analytics only, a lot of them will have a job nowadays. So how is big data created? Big data can be generated by humans, machines, or human machine combines. It can generate anywhere where any information is generated and stored in structured or unstructured format. Normally in Google and all, we are having three types of data. One is structured data, unstructured data, and another one is unformatted data, right? So it can be generated in industries, in military units, on the internet, and in hospitals or anywhere else. So with the help of that only, we are going to develop the big data. But big data is not new. It exists even before the term big data was coined. Before 2005 itself, the uh, term big data come into it should be coined. We know about everyone worked in big data only. Big data can be generated by anyone, be it machines or be it humans. Okay, data is generated from everything we are aware of it. Data is generated from every devices we are using. It is generated from everything we do, from everything we see. Data coming from social media, that is our message, images, videos, chats, tweets, posts, status, etc., are the source of big data. Sensors are all around us. It is today present in all the devices. The sensors themselves generate a huge amount of data, and thus sensor data is also one of the source of big data. Each and everything, what are the actions we are doing, everything will be taken into consideration as a data. For example, if myself, some of the data about me is, if I'm preparing any resume, all those content, what I kept in my resume, everything is about the data about a particular person, right? So for an individual person, we can have a lot of data. Likewise, if we considered around 100 or 1,000 lakhs of persons, we are collecting the data, means it will be considered as big data. 2005, 6, 7, after the development of after the introduction of Facebook and all, only large amount of data we are working with. A large amount of data is collected, right? Source of big data. So big data sources are repository of large volume of data. This bring more information to users application without requiring that the data be held in a single repository or cloud vendor proprietary data sources. Normally, how we are going to store the data, in the sense nowadays we are not going to store a large amount of data in our system itself. Once upon a time, the pen drive we are having at the time of my UG and all, I had a pen drive of only 512 MB. Now 128 GB in our cell phone itself, we are using 128 GB, right? So the development, because of the development in all the field only, we are not even using data storage like hard disk or anything. Now we are going for cloud. In cloud, we are storing large amount of cloud vendors are available, and we are storing our data not only in our system, and we are storing our data in cloud, right? Example of big data sources are Amazon, HP, Vertica, Mango GB, and all. So as the world data has grown, we are now taking about talking about data in terms of zettabytes, right? Not in GB or terabyte or gigabyte. It's zettabyte. How many zettabyte have can be created so far? According to market intelligence company IDC, The global data sphere in 2018 reached 18 zettabytes. This is the total of all data created, captured, and replicated. Okay, so this is the status about 2018, which reached 18 zettabytes. This is the total. Okay. Next one is, where is big data used and how we are storing the data. Everyone knows big data is stored in uh, now we are storing all those data in cloud, right? So where our big data is used, big data analytics can be used to target relevant ads, products, and services at the customers they believe are most likely to buy them, or to create ads that are more likely to appeal to the public at large. Normally, big data concept is derived from our data mining, right? Association mining, association rule mining, all those things are there. How persons are purchasing the data, how we are going to process it, how we are going to uh, work with. All those things will be analyzed previously. In the starting, in data mining, we all know how. If a person is buying bread, means he will buy jam, butter, egg, like that. Okay, that is association rule mining. So that plays a major role, and that is the basic for our big data concept also. Most people automatically associate HDFS or Hadoop distributed file system with Hadoop data warehouses. HDFS stores information in cluster that are made up of smaller blocks. These blocks are stored in on-site physical storage units such as internal disk drives. Okay, so instead of searching large amount of data in a table or else in description, if you are going for searching the content in a cluster way, it is somewhat easier, right? So in HDFS, we are storing the information in cluster that are made up of smaller blocks. Block by blocks, we are storing the data, and we are processing it based on the cluster labels. We are retrieving the data. So what are the 4 V's of big data? Everyone know about the 4 V's because it is the basic thing in our syllabus. Also 4 V's will be there. Without 4 V's, it is not fulfilled. So the 4 V's of big data are IBM data scientists break big data into 4 dimensions. They are volume, variety, velocity, and veracity. This infographic explains and give example of each. What comes after big data is, in reality, multi-cloud and the increasing efficiency of cloud environment only strengthening big data analysis. You now have more computing power, affordable cloud storage, and wider options when it comes to data framework and processing the logics. So now it was a word of cloud storage. In that only we are processing all those data. Next one, research objectives. So big data analytics, data mining, and machine learning. Large scale machine learning, data mining, and data visualization is processed in data mining analytics. Big data computing, data center support for analytics, big data collections and transformation, integration, distributed data management, and computing. All those things will be processed in big data computing. Next one, big data theory, privacy, security issues, and analytics. Big data sampling and statistical theory, big data security and privacy, all those things will come under big data theory, privacy, security issues. Next one, big data sciences. That is the 4th paradigm, analytic for science and engineering. Big data and multiple disciplines, that is biochemistry, engineering, social, and all the way it is process, right? So big data analytics objective, where we are how we are going to do is in online shopping, how we are collecting all those data, how we are processing it in online shopping, smart cities, health, finance and risk management, genetic farming, all those in India, in all those places. And also main thing is fraud detection. In all those places we are using big data analytics concept. Okay, so from that it will be taken into data mining and visualization. Visualization plays a major role in all those fields. Without visualization it is not possible. uh, so policies, privacies, and securities, all those things will be considered. So where and all we are going to take data is web data, city data, financial data, logistics data, agricultural data, sensor data. From all those, we are going to extract the data what we are in need. That is, data extraction is possible. From that data extraction, data integration we are going to do. So we are going to merge from all those different field. We are going to merge the data. From that, big data computing and data management is processed. After that, data is mined and visualized. From finally, we are going for online shopping, smart cities, healthcare, financial and risk management, genetic farming. So this is the diagrammatic from the diagrammatic representation, how data mining is processed, how it will be used, and everything we can easily aware of. Motivation. So everybody talks about big data now, but it is not easy to have an overall picture of the subject. In this, I will give some personal thoughts on technical development of big data analytics. The world technological per capita capacity to store information doubled every 40 months. Okay, so it is doubling every 40 months. As of 2012, 2.5 exabyte, 2.5 into 10, 118, 1018 of data uh, per day. Okay, in 2018 we saw it is zettabyte, right? In one research in 2012 they given only 2.5 exabyte, right? Relational database management system and desktop statistics and visualization packages often have difficulty handling big data. So normally relational database is not possible for processing large amount of data, that is big data. So only big data, a new driver for digital economy and society. Uh, Grantner, hundreds of billions of GDPs by 2020. Intangible factors after labor and capital. Data science, the fourth paradigm. That is the fourth one. Okay, the power of big data. Big data can bring big values to our life in almost every aspects. Technologically, big data is bringing about changes in our lives because it allows diverse and heterogeneous data to be fully integrated and analyzed to help us making decisions. Today, with the big data technology, thousands of data for seemingly unrelated areas can help support important decisions. This is the power of big data, right? The application where we are working at, previously in the diagrammatic representation, we can easily understand what are the applications of big data. Some of the application we mentioned here are health and well-being, policy making and public opinions, smart cities and more efficient society, new online educational models, mock and student teachers modeling, robotic and human robot interaction. Much of this powerful hygienes on research on analytics. So these are the ways where big data is now on processing nowadays. In all the fields, in all the places, we are come across smart cities and all, right? Even in my native also, they are going for smart city projects. In all the places they are going for smart city projects. Thereby, with the help of the large amount of data, and with the help of that large amount of data will be collected. So we have to process it in a good manner. If for that we have to be aware of big data, we have to work well, and how we are going to process, how we are going to solve the situation. That is the main question mark. So we have to solve it by have a great knowledge on big data concept. So need big data research to develop state of art big data platform in research, education, and industrial application. Open it to the society and the world at large, and to make a difference in smart city, health, and well-being, including supporting again population and modernizing finance, education, and logistics. So these are some of the needs of big data research. Next one, for data mining to big data. In early 90s, a buzzword called data mining appeared. Many years after, we have another one called big data. Well, what is the difference, right? Status of big data and machine learning. Over the year, we have all kinds of effective methods for classification, clustering, and regression. We also have good integrated tools for data mining. Some of them are Vika, R, Scikit-learn. Till now, R tool is one of the standard one for working with big data analytics. We can even process data frames, matrices, and a lot of things we can do using R tool. Uh, Another one is how mining useful information remains difficult for some real world applications also. So what is big data? Though many definitions are available, I am considering the situation that data are larger than the capacity of a computer. So this is the main difference between data mining and big data. So in a sense, we are talking about distributed data mining or machine learning. So some of the diagrammatic representation are how distributed systems are we are knowing about. This is the diagrammatic representation. So process memory will be there, collection of process and memory, and or else memory will be there, lot of processes will be there. So this is an image that will be taken from Wikipedia. So from small to big data. So two important difference. What are the two important difference are negative side and positive side. Methods of big data analytics are not quite ready, not even mentioned in integrated tools. Okay. Positive side is some Harry et al. In 2009 argues that almost unlimited data makes us easier to mine information. Okay. This is about small to big data. That is data mining concept to big data. 2009, after that only big data become boom. Okay. In my point 2010, 11, 12, in that time only all researchers are coming across the word big data, and everyone is doing big data in sentiment analysis, behavior, behavior analysis, what is the behavior of the student, all those things will be analyzed at the time only. Okay. So possible advantage of distributed analytics. One is parallel data loading, fault tolerance, workflow not interrupted. Okay. So reading several TB data from disk is slow using 100 machines. Each has 1 by 100 data in its local disk. That is 1 by 1000 loading time. But having data ready in this 100 machines is another issue. Okay. In fault tolerance, some data replicated across machines. If one fails, other are still alive. That will become more easier. Workflow not interrupted. In this case, what is the problem is we are having large amount of data, means replication occur, means sometimes if you want to take particular data, there will be problem will be also there. Next one, workflow not interrupted. If data are already stored in a distributed way, then it is not convenient to reduce some to one machine for analysis. So there won't be any interrupt. All the time data will be there. If you are searching for any data, all those things will be in a single machine, means no problem in interruption, no interruption will occur. Disadvantage of distributed data analytics is more complicated. Share, of course, we are going to working for a large amount of data, means it is more complicated, right? We are not. It is not possible to retrieve the data in a proper manner. If it is very less, means it is easy to manage and work with. And the communication and synchronization is also a big tedious process. Everybody says moving computation to data, but this isn't that easy. So challenges. So normally main challenges on big data is data storage and how you are going to retrieve it, how it is possible, what is the rate of processing the data, all those things will be a challenge. So big data, small analysis versus big data, big analysis. Okay. So if you need a single record from a huge set, it is reasonably easy. For example, accessing your high-speed rail reservation is fast. However, if you want to analyze the whole set of accessing data several times, it can be much harder. Most existing data mining or machine learning methods were designed without considering data access and communication of intermediate results. They iteratively use data by assuming they are readily available. So we are facing many challenges. Some of them are method not ready, no convenient tools available, rapid changes on the system side, and many other. And the starting stage, we don't have any tools. Nowadays, we are having large amount of tools. We are working with big data. Uh, till now, we are having around 36 standard tools for working with big data concepts. Standard top 10 tools also I listed in the upcoming slides. Okay, so these are about the challenges. What big data, small analysis versus big data, big analysis. So why we are ready for the theme? What is the need? Okay, so we have the best researchers in machine learning, data mining, data management, sensor networks, statistics, and multidisciplinary research such as bioinformatics. Once upon a time in 2009 to 12 and all, what are the only uh, four areas only there. They are image processing, data mining, network security, networking, network security. Okay, now what are the things? It become very large, vast, and in image processing, everyone achieved nearly 100%. So it become somewhat, but even research is going on image processing also. But a lot of fields were developed. Data analytics, data science is the base in the data analytics. Lot of things are there, right? NLP. So in all those research are going on data only. With the help of the data, all the research are going on nowadays. In if you are considering sensor also, in that also we are having data. With that data only we have to process. Sensors are there. It is going to take the data, right? With that data only we are going to analyze it. So we are having lot of upcoming projects on big data. IEEE transaction and big data are there. Lot of conferences, PCs, conference chairs, everything is there. Winner of big data related international competitions are available. New industries based on lot of data. Financial industry, logistic industry, education sector, government services, in all the fields we are introducing our big data concept. We have many potential collaborators and partners, Google, Microsoft, etc. Actually, once upon a time in banking and all, they are having notebooks one for marking all those our transaction and all. Now it become computerized, right? After the evolution of computers and all, every no all banks with computers. Previously, once my dad and all worked, at the time they don't know how to work with computer and all. At the time I did my engineering, I helped my dad if any system formats or if I want to do any formatting work, anything, I will go and I help my dad, right? Now in at the time only managers only the managers having their system, they also don't know how to work clearly. Now everyone after a lot of engineers also joined banking, right? Now everyone is using in a easy manner. They are working with system and all. Previously it is not like that. My dad also don't know about computer. After the uh, after computer was introduced in the banking, my dad bought new computer. At the time my system configuration is very less, uh, 512 MB RAM, and memory size is very less, I guess. It's I am not sure. After that only I updated all those things. Okay, why I'm telling is it is very drastic. See now in big data concept is introduced in all those fields. Even in our corporation and all the places they are introducing big data. For if you are going to buy any land, it should be updated in a system. There won't be any malpractice. We can't do any malpractice with the help of even our if you want to apply for ration cards or anything, all those things will be done using uh, online. In system only we are doing, right? So um, all those things are possible with the help of our big data concept. So big data analytics workflow. So this is the main workflow, basic thing about big data in the first objective itself, we saw the diagrammatic representation, right? In that itself, we come across the term data extraction, integration, big data computing and data management, data mining and visualization. Final one is application, right? So this is the overall structure. From all different fields, we are going to extract the particular data what we are in need. After that, we are going to merge those data, that is data integration. After that, big data computing and data management. What are the data we are in need, and what are the things we are going to process, what are the data we are going to analyze. All those things will be considered over here. Finally, how we are going to visualize it, that will be processed over in data mining and visualization. Some of the application where data mining concepts are available are biological and genetics, chemistry, physics, government policies, social science, general health, logistics, finance, and business. So in all those, we are having this applications of big data analytics. So workflow issues. Data analytics is often only part of the workflow of big data application. By workflow, I mean things from raw data to final use of the result. So from the raw data, we can't able to retrieve a particular data what we are need. We have to go for refresh, pre-processing, removal of unwanted data, all those things we have to do. After that only we have to go for extraction or any other thing, right? So other steps may be more complicated than the analytic step. In one computer situation, the focus is often on the analytic step. So what main thing is analytics. So in our project also, main thing in software engineering, we all learn, right? Analysis, requirement analysis, implementation, implementation testing, right? So requirement analysis plays a major role nowadays. Without analysis, it is not possible. How to get started? In my opinion, we should start from application. From the application only we have to start. From application, we have to go for programming frameworks. From the framework, we have to go for implementing algorithms. Finally, we have to go for general tools. Okay, what application? If you're going for project also, in which application I'm going to work with, that we have to know. After that, we have to build a framework. What are the things that should be in my project? That is framework. After that, what algorithm I am going to use? Which one will be the best one? Best one and all. Nowadays, algorithms in research side also, most of the researchers, what they are doing is they are simply taking this algorithm only I'm going to implement. Okay, clustering now everyone go for k-means clustering. So why you have chosen k-means clustering like that? If you are asking means, sir, they are telling in lot of papers I read, they are telling k-means is best like that. No, this is not the correct one. What we have to do is we have to implement, we have to incorporate all those algorithms for our data. What is the data set we are going to use for our data set? Which algorithm is working properly? After implementing only, we have to come to a conclusion, and this will be the best one. Like that, we have to go for. This will be the best practice for all the researchers. I am telling, if you are going to take any algorithm for your research or else in your PhD, if you are going to implement any algorithm, first you go for have a comparative analysis. 4 or 5 algorithms you take, out of them which is working suitably for your data set, that you analyze. After that you come to a conclusion. It will helps in all a way. In your Viva or else in your reviews, it is more useful. Sir, I implemented it. This is the results I am getting. With that only I am concluding this algorithm is best one. Like that you have to tell. Final one is general tool. Okay. Why I'm telling is most of the Vivas and all, these are the questions. Why you are choosing this algorithm? Everyone will be blinking. Okay. This point I want to mention. Please make a note. Now almost every big data application requires special setting of algorithm, but I believe general tools will be possible. A lot of general tools are available uh, for setting special algorithms. Actually, in Vika, to once I did my research in Java, coding, all those things will be done in Java only. At the time, Vika came into at that time Vika came. So in Vika, what is the thing is, lot of algorithms with coding is there. If we are giving the data set, simply clicking on the clustering algorithm or else classification, we are getting the result easily. Whereas in what I did is I written all those codes, and after that implement those algorithm. After that execution, it's a very tedious job. I given to my guy, sir, Vika tool is very easy, sir. If you are giving the data set, it is easy, provide us results, sir. Okay, how it is working? This algorithm is you are using, right? What is the working? What is the distance metrics they are using? Everything, how you know? Okay, for that only we have to aware of all those things from the base. And if you are using Vika tool, easily we can get the output in learned about Vika means within 10 to 20 days you can easily complete. You can go for comparative. Everything is possible easy, but the base we have to learn. Without that, it is not possible. Okay. Next one, multidisciplinary big data analytics, interdisciplinary multi universities, multi-team research on heterogeneous scientific and technological big data analytics. So in all those multidisciplinary activities, big data plays a major role in smart city, finance, agriculture, logistics, geography, all those. It is a mixture. We are working on multidisciplinary way. Big data is working on multidisciplinary way. Okay. So why big data needs teamwork? Simply, if you are going to process only for a 60 students, single staff can handle a 60 students. Okay, all those details can be collected, all those can be processed, no problem in it. If you are going for 600, 6,000 lakh, it is not a tedious job. It is a very tedious job, right? So because of that, only teamwork plays a major role in big data analytics. Is necessary a joint effort by researchers from academic institutions, governments, and society and industry. Without teamwork, it is not possible. The government and industries are source of big data and providers of problems and challenges. Academic researchers are solution providers. We will provide the solutions for okay, this is the type, and we have to if you are all this content in this way, means it is easy to solve. Likewise, in my research also, one of professor helped me, sir, this is the work I am going to do, what is the next thing I have to do. uh, everyone did in the same way. If you are going for bookmarking in your work, it will be an innovative work, like that he told. uh, the professor name is Dr. A. Kannan, Anna University professor. Uh, okay. I met him all the time. If any doubts in my research, he only guided me. With that only, a new innovative work I incorporated in my research. Okay, we have to, if you people are doing research, means you have to meet lot of professors. Uh, from them you can learn lot of ideas. Simply they will give ideas. If you for that you have to wait for a long time. For meeting them we have to wait. PhD means uh, our patience plays a major role. Okay, after PhD, everyone every most of them will have patience, all those things. Okay, right. So uh, when it comes to packages, the solutions from university labs to transfer to the real world, universities and industries must work to build scalable and robust solutions. Next one, expected outcomes. So what are the expected outcomes of our researches? New methodologies and solutions for big data research, new application that impact the society and industry in and beyond, new digital economy create based on big data, new educational program for students cultivating leader from the big data society and industry. Nowadays, another one uh, topic is coming into boom is blockchain. Okay, blockchaining is not, we are not crypto coins and all these are all not in work in India, but in other places they are using blockchaining and crypto coins and all. Okay, lot of things. Why I'm telling is new digital economy. The term coined me to uh, introduce the topic blockchaining. In that also new research work is going on. Any researchers, if you want to work on uh, new innovative work means you can go for that blockchaining. Breakthroughs expected, new algorithms, methodologies, systems, and applications in big data. New knowledge from big data applications in science, engineering, societal problems. New insight into big data practices in real world. New way to protect security and privacy of big data relevant to individual as well as in organization. Risks of the topics. It's unclear how successful we can be. Two problems will arise. They are technological limits and applicability limit. So, what do you mean by technological limit? It's possible that we cannot get satisfactory results because of the distributed configuration. Recall that parallel programming or high performance computing wasn't very successful in the early 90s, but there are two differences this time. We are using commodity machines, data become the focus. Well, every area has its limitations. The degree of success varies. It's compared to matrices. Dense matrix product very successful as the final outcome. That is the optimized BLAS is a very better, very much better than what ordinary users was. Sparse matrix products not as successful. My code is about as good as those provided by MATLAB. For big data analytics, it is too early to tell. You never know until we try. Okay, these are some of the risks that technological limits about. Next one, risk about applicability limit. So what's the percentage of application that need big data analytics? Not clear. Indeed, some things the percentage is small. So that big data analytic is a hype. One main reason is that you can always analyze a random subset on one machine. But you may say this is a chicken and egg problem because of no available tools, so no applications are available. Another problem is the misunderstanding. Okay. Until recently, few universities or companies can access data center environments. They therefore think those big ones, that is example, Google are doing big data analytics for everything, right? They are having a lot of servers. With that only they are able to answer all those questions. What are the questions we are asking? Google will be provide us with the result, right? So lot of other search engines also there, but everyone know about Google. In India, it is Google. Some of the standard are Dogpile, GoGo. Okay, lot of other search engines also there. What is the reason Google is very standard one and it is most widely used is because of its providing the result based on your clicks and search history, your bookmarks, all those things will be analyzed in Google. It providing you the result in the top 10 results itself. If you are searching for anything, it is providing you the result from the top 10 search words, search links, right? So uh, a quote from Dan is, big data is like a teenage crush, right? So everyone talk about it. Nobody really know how to do it. Everyone thinks everyone else is doing it. So everyone claims they are doing it. Okay. So this is a very good expression quote I searched from net. It's very apt one also. Nowadays, everyone is telling I'm doing big data concept. I'm working with big data, big data. But just tell what is the size of your data, how much data you are having in your system, whether that will be big data. It won't. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. Next one, open source developments. Open source developments are very important for big data analytics. So if the softwares they are provided at cost, means no one will go for uh, that. So with the help of open source developments only, our big data analytics will become very boom. How it works? Company must do an application X. They consider an open source tool Y, but Y is not enough for X. Then their engineer improve Y and submit put requests. Through this process, co-developers of a project are formed. They are from various companies. For many data science companies, I think we should actively participate in such development. Indeed, industries rather than schools are in a better position to do this. Okay, so what is the thing in Microsoft also? Every time they are providing us with a new package, Windows 5, 6, 7, XP, Vista. Why they are providing standard one? This is a standard one we can use till the end, like that they can tell, right? Why they are providing us with, based on the problem, what are the problems they are facing, what are the things for flaw in our work, that will be analyzed all the time by certain analysts. They will come with new solutions and they will provide you with a new pack. Something some packs will be a flop one, something will be a standard one, right? So like this only in all the field it is happening. Next one, call for proposals in big data analytics. A lot of call for proposals are available nowadays. Foundation big data analytic researchers are developing and studying fundamental theories, algorithms, techniques, methodologies, technologies to address the effectiveness and efficiency issues to enable the applicability of big data problem. Innovation application in big data analytics, developing techniques, methodologies, and technologies of key importance to a big data problem that require the seamless cooperation of domain scientists with big data researchers. Okay, actually, lot of call for proposals and big data analytics is coming up. We have to incorporate it in our research and we have to work in a very good manner and have to be good in research in big data analytics. Another one important thing I have to tell is everyone is doing our work in machine learning, right? So in machine learning, all the algorithms are this is reason one, like that everyone is thinking. Actually, it was developed in 1950s. At the time itself, it was developed. All those algorithms, everyone came into use, but due to the lot of uh, nowadays only we are having a lot of tools. With that only we can easily incorporate all those. But all the topics in machine learning, everything is old one only. Because of the tools what we are having, we are updating ourselves and we are going for machine learning concepts and all. Okay. Next one, benefits for the society. What are the benefits? Can transform into a more data driven society and maintain its leadership globally. Lot of companies become more competitive with big data technology. Can data scientists in research field benefit from strong foundation on big data? Can the government become more efficient with big data driven methodologies in decision making? Education, finance, logistical, and health benefits from ever increasing data. These are some of the benefits for the society. Next one, conclusion. Big data analytics is its infancy. It's challenging to develop algorithms and tools in a distributed environment. To start, we should take both algorithm and system into consideration. Get some breakthrough in the near future. Next one, about the tool. That's all about big data concepts. Okay. Next one, big data analytic tools. What are the tools we are using? What are the tools we are having? What are the top 10 analytic tools? And how we are going to work with Tableau? All those things we will see now. Okay. So there are a number of big data analytic tools available in the market. Some of them are Hadoop, which helps in storing and processing large data. Spark helps in memory calculation. Each and everything is developed. Each and everything will work for some certain work only it will do. Hadoop means it will store and process large data, whereas Sparkle helps in memory calculation. How much memory is there? If you are storing the data, how much amount of memory, free space is there? All those things will be done. Strong help in faster processing of unbounded data. For unbounded data, for fast processing, we are going for Strong. Next one, Cassandra. High availability. High availability in the sense, what is the thing? Reliable data, redundant data, everything will be available in your storage. So if any processor or anything failure occur, it will be overcome using our Apache Cassandra. Next one, MongoDB provides cross-platform. These are some of the standard one I have included in our big data analytic tools. So top 10 big data analytic tools are Apache Hadoop, Tableau, Cassandra, RTool, Data Wrapper, MongoDB, Lumify, High Performance Computing Cluster, Storm, Apache, Samoa. Actually, almost 36 tools are available. This is the link for those tools. All are big data analytic tools only. Okay. Uh, we will see about Tableau. Actually, the FDP is all about Tableau. So, I don't know whether in the previous sessions also, they discuss about Tableau, and I will give a short brief about Tableau and how to work with Tableau. Is a software solution for business intelligence and analytic, which presents a variety of integrated products that aids in world's largest organization in visualizing and understanding their data. Main thing why we are going for Tableau is for visualizing and understanding their data. The software contains three main products are Tableau Desktop, Server, and Online. Desktop is for the analyst. Server is for the enterprise, that is companies, and online to the cloud. Okay. Now, other two recently they developed the Tableau Reader and Tableau Public are the two products that have been recently added. Tableau is capable of handling all data size and is easy to get to for technical and non-technical customer base, and it gives you real-time customized dashboard. It is a great tool for data visualization and exploration. Our Tableau is a very good approach and very good tool, and that I suggest. Out of the many few famous names that uses Tableau includes Verizon Communications, AZ Associates, and Grant Thornton. The closest alternative tool for Tableau is the Looker. Okay, advantage of Tableau: it's a flexible one to create the type of visualization you want as compared with its competitor products. It is very flexible, easy. Okay, no need to code anything, no need to do anything. Simply we have to click and drag. It is easy to process it. Okay, next one, data blending capabilities of this tool are just awesome in Tableau. Data blending means what you want, if you want to remove or if you want to delete, add, all those things can be easily possible. Offers a boutique of smart features and is razor sharp in terms of its speed. It's very fast. In a second itself, we can get the result. What is the size, how much amount of persons available, who all are unemployed, all those in a fraction of second we can get. Excel means we have to sort, we have to analyze, all those things are there, right? In Tableau means easily we can, in a fraction of second we can get it. Next one, out of the box support for connection with most of the databases. No code data query. No code data queries. It is the main easiest one. Okay, no query or no thing is there. Mobile ready, interactive, and sharpable dashboards are there. Next one, disadvantage: formatting controls could be improved. could have a built-in tool for deployment and migration among the various Tableau servers and environments. Actually, if you're working with means we can able to save only in cloud. It is the main. We can't able to save anything in our desktop or anything. For that, all it is not a free one. You have to buy it. If you want to save all those things, what are the things we are processing? If you have to store means it should be a paid one. Okay. So how do you start working in Tableau? First, we have to connect to your data, drag and drop to take a first look, focus your result, explore your data geographically, drill down into the detail, build a dashboard to show your insight, build your story to present, share your findings. So, uh, another one thing I have to show to you is D3JS gallery. What is the thing is, we can have lot of visualization. Different types of visualizations are available here. Okay. These are in genetic, even our in our chemistry labs and all, we come across a lot of times, right? All those things will be easily visualization can be done using this. It is purely object oriented JavaScript concept. With that only we are processing visualization in this. Okay, lot of visualization are available in this. See, data driven document. So how we can visualize the data. Large amount of visibilities are available. Okay, in D3 what we can do is data life using HTML, SVG, CSS, cascading style sheet, all those things. Okay, our code will be like this only. I told, right, some of the tools, big data analytic tools, top 15 big data analytics tools. So these are the things I given the link also in that. Overall, we are having around 36 tools. Okay. This is the steps for creating Tableau. We will start with Tableau now. Yesterday I start given some did some exercises. One second. So to start with, work with Tableau, I guess everyone installed it. If you want, you can work with, or else make a note. It is very easy only. Okay. So what are the files we can, what are the data sets, what are the types of data set we can work with this? Microsoft Excel, text file, JSON file, Microsoft Access, PDF file, spatial file, statistical file. Okay, I am having two data sets in Microsoft Excel. Actually, in our college, one FDP was conducted by IBM persons. They given some data sets. So these are the two data set I'm having. Long-term unemployment statistics. Another one is office supplies. Okay. So one by one we will see. So we are having the Excel file, right? So Microsoft, in that office supply or anyone we can select. Long-term unemployment First, we will go for office supply. In office supply, we are having lot of files. Copy, Eastern, office supply, sheet 1, West. Lot of files are there. If you want to work with any one file, I am going for office supply means click that and drag in that drag table here. Click and drag only. Okay. One second. It is very simple to upload database in your Tableau. Okay. So which data you want, it can be kept over here. Okay. After that, we have to click on the sheet. So you will have that workspace. Okay. What are the things you want to keep in? Normally, your attributes will be given in column, and in your rows, values can be given. Then it will be easy. Okay. See, I am going to give item in column. Simply click and drag down. Another one, sales, unit price, ellame, all those things will be values, right? So sales I am going to give in row. So see, we are having the graph, right? If you want, we can go for color, size, label, detail, tooltips, all those. And here in show me, this is the show me place. Here, what is the thing we are having? What are the possible graphs we can do for this item and sum of sale? Okay, so we can go for this type of bar chart, or else this one, pie chart, or else this chart, or circle chart. Okay, all those things we can go for. Something not enabled means it cannot be work with this content. For pie chart and all, the column and row, there won't be any column and row, right? So it will come like this. Okay, for pie chart we don't have column and row, whereas for bar charts and all, we are having columns and rows and all. Okay, this is normal sheet with all those content: binder, desk, pen, pen set, pencils. So in this, if you want to know the value, what is the thing we have to give is show now. Right click on it and mark label show now. If you give means, it will show your graph with values, how much value it is, how much amount of data is there. Like that, it will be visible. Okay. Right. If you want color, we can click any one of the attribute, and in that, if you give it in the color means, simply I click and drag down, click and then keep it here means it will be given in color. Okay, see, different colors it will come. Region, in what are the regions we are having, what are the things we have to process, all those things can be possible. Other things we can go for is size means the thickness of that. See, we can reduce the size and all of our graph. We can reduce thick borders, graph borders and all. We can reduce or shrink. Okay. This is label. What is the value we have to give? Next one, detail. Tooltip. What are the tooltips we are? What are the things we are having? Item, region, sales sum, uniprice. These are the things we have added in our graph that they have given, right? Next one, if you want to add any other thing, means file. Instead of going for file and all, here you are having Tableau star, show start page, right? Here you click on it, then you will have a new page, Microsoft Excel, long-term unemployment statistics. Previously,
Sir, excuse me, one doubt here, sir.
yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
So we have this pivot table in Excel, right? So I could do most of these things with the help of pivot tables. What is the difference here? Can you tell the major difference?
What's it?
In Excel, we have a feature called pivot table, right? Where we're using which we
Yeah.
classify data and come up with this kind of graphs. And Excel also have all these features. So what is the major difference of going for Tableau? Why can't I use only Excel?
In Excel itself, you can do like that. You are asking, right? In Excel itself,
So
I can.
any major difference is there between Excel pivot table feature and this one?
Uh, in Excel, we have to go for large processing and all. Instead, here we can go for different graphs and all. In a minute, we can process it.
Only time is the advantage.
Yeah, time is the thing, sir. Simply, we can upload the data and we can process it and we can analyze the data. Data visibility. Visibility is a major thing in uh, Tableau.
Okay.
And another one is if you are going for Excel sheet, uh, if you are only limited data is there, means no problem, sir.
Mm-hmm.
If you are having lot of attributes, okay, here only 1 2 3 4 D varana A B C D attributes are there. If you are having large amount of attributes, how you will search and for which data you will process it?
Okay.
Here in Tableau means if it will for example long term unemployment, okay, statistics I am taking. So this is the sheet 1. I am going to click and drag this. So these are the things available in sheet 1. It will show us with all those things what are the things available. Age, these are the attributes we are having. Okay, simply we can easily list what are the attributes we are having in the side. In your left hand side, it will show what are the attributes we are having. With that, we can go for a graph for anyone what we want. So age, with our age, what we have to go for. I will give 1 second. I will take gender in one column. For which one I have, which one will be my exact column and which one will be my row. All those things I can choose and I can easily draw the graph in a minute. I can visualize it in a minute. Simply, if I'm having all the attributes, so easily I can draw things. Okay, that is the main thing. How many are unemployed in rows? And then their age in color. Okay, see, in a minute we can easily identify men with 16 to 19. If you want the values, here itself we can show that much amount of persons are unemployed in the age of 16 to 19. Like that, in a fraction of second we can calculate. That is the main thing, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. In Excel also we can do, but that is not a easy way to calculate. We can go for pie chart also. Okay. If you click and drag, you will have on the list what are the things we are having. It will be in sheet 1. Okay. Simply we can click and drag, we can process it. That's it. Any type of chart we can do. That's all about my presentation on big data analytics and its research issues. Hope everyone know a little bit about big data and how to work with Tableau also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, if you have any more questions, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask your questions to the sir.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, if my data set has some missing values, then how can I visualize those things by using this tablet? So,
For missing values, we cannot able to process, ma'am. This is one of the disadvantage. For missing without any values means how we can develop any values. It is not possible, ma'am. We have to delete that column. With other things, we have to go for graph.
okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
For example, I am having one thing. 1 second. Please, one minute.
Okay, sir.
Dilipan sir, can you please share your screen?
Well, it is not facing. 1 second. Is it visible now?
Yeah, visible sir, visible sir.
Yeah, see here.
Yes,
In the
sir.
for some values it is null, right?
Yes, sir.
For those things, the graph won't. Uh, we can't able to. If there is no value, means we can't able to. For null values, nothing will come.
Okay.
So we have to put some values. It will be a problem. Better we can delete that rows and we can go for graphs and all.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have one more question from Mr. Devjit. Mr. Devjit, do you want to ask it now? You can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Tell me, sir.
Sir, you just showed like what kind of files can be imported in Tableau. There was a section called statistical files. What is that statistical file?
Statistical file in the sense, um, normally we are going for statistic data and all, right? 1 second. You have to know how it will be, right? Statistical data file.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. it will be our see with some values, whether it is visible statistical data file like this only. It will be statistics about our data only, normal data with some values and all is called a statistical data file. See,
Sir, is there any difference between a statistical file and Excel file?
it is similar only, sir, with some values. All are with values. In normal Excel file, if you are having attributes, some descriptions, all those things will be available in our Excel file, right? Whereas in statistical file, all things with values only, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Dilipan sir for his presentation. Thank you so much, sir. As you have mentioned, big data bring big values to your life. And thanks for explaining us the big data analytics with workflow and analytics tools. Just a reminder, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.